I froze in the doorway of our bedroom, the phone slipping from my hand like a confession I wasn't ready to hear. There, on the screen I'd picked up by mistake, thinking it was mine, was a text from my daughter's fiancé, Alex. Can't stop thinking about last night. The baby, it's ours. We have to tell him soon. My heart slammed against my ribs, a prisoner begging for release. Sarah, my wife of 25 years, was in the shower, humming softly as if the world hadn't just cracked open beneath us. How could this be? Our life together, built on late-night talks, shared dreams, and the quiet comfort of routine, now felt like a fragile illusion, shattering with every drop of water echoing from the bathroom. I backed away, my mind reeling, denial wrapping around me like a suffocating blanket. It had to be a mistake. Alex was family now, engaged to our daughter Emily for 6 months. He was the charming guy who'd won us over with his easy smile and promises of forever. Sarah had always been the rock in our marriage, the one who held me through job losses and Emily's teenage rebellions. But lately, things had felt off. Little things, like her lingering glances at Alex during family dinners, or the way she'd blush when he complimented her cooking. I chalked it up to pride in our soon-to-be son-in-law. God, how blind I'd been. That evening, as we sat around the dinner table, me, Sarah, Emily, and Alex, the air hummed with unspoken tension. Emily chattered about wedding plans, her eyes sparkling. Dad, you should see the venue Alex picked. It's perfect. I forced a smile, my fork scraping the plate like nails on a chalkboard. Sarah avoided my gaze, picking at her food. Everything okay, hon? I asked, my voice steady despite the storm inside. She nodded too quickly. Just tired. Work's been hectic. Alex shot her a look, brief, but loaded, like a secret handshake I wasn't part of. Suspicion gnawed at me, a slow burn that twisted my gut. Later, alone in the garage, I scrolled through her phone again, guilt warring with desperation. Messages from Alex stretched back months. Miss you already, that kiss? Unforgettable. What if Emily finds out? My world tilted. Heartbreak hit like a freight train, memories flashing. Our wedding vows under that old oak tree. The birth of Emily, lazy Sundays in bed. How could she? I confronted the denial head-on. Maybe it was emotional, not physical. But the text painted a different picture, intimate and raw. Anger simmered beneath the pain, hot and unyielding. I wanted to scream, to shatter something, but instead, I paced, tears stinging my eyes. The next day, I played detective in my own home, subtle at first. I accidentally bumped into Alex at the coffee shop near his office. Hey, Mike, he said, clapping my shoulder a bit too hard. What's up? I sipped my coffee, watching his face. Just thinking about family. You excited for the wedding? His smile faltered, eyes darting. Yeah, man, Emily's the one. But there was a hesitation, a crack in his armor. Back home, Sarah was quieter than usual, her hand resting protectively on her stomach. She'd mentioned feeling nauseous lately, blaming it on stress. A clue I'd ignored. You sure you're okay? I pressed, my tone gentle but probing. I'm fine, she snapped, then softened. Sorry, love. Hormones, maybe. Hormones? The word hung there, pregnant with possibility. Suspicion built like storm clouds. I rifled through her drawers while she was out, finding a hidden pregnancy test. Positive. My knees buckled. We'd been trying for a second child years ago, but gave up after failures. Now, this? Joy should have flooded me, but dread choked it out. Was it mine? Our intimacy had waned. Work, life, the drift of long marriages. The last time was months ago, sporadic and mechanical. I calculated dates in my head, denial crumbling. That night, I couldn't sleep, her soft breaths beside me a betrayal. Why, Sarah? I whispered into the dark, anger flaring. She stirred but didn't wake. The unraveling accelerated. Emily called, excited. Mom's been so helpful with Alex. They even went venue shopping without me. My blood ran cold. I tailed Sarah the next afternoon, shame burning my cheeks as I parked outside a motel. There she was, slipping into a room with Alex. I waited, heart pounding, until they emerged an hour later, her hair tousled, his arm around her waist. Confrontation boiled over. I drove home, fists clenched on the wheel, tears blurring the road. Trust, that fragile thread we'd woven over decades, snapped irreparably. When Sarah walked in, I was waiting in the living room, the pregnancy test on the coffee table like evidence in a trial. "What's this?" she asked, voice trembling. "You tell me," I said, my words sharp as knives. She collapsed onto the couch, sobs racking her body. "Mike, I'm sorry. It just happened." Anger exploded. "With Alex? Our daughter's fiancé? How long?" She confessed in halting whispers. "Lonely nights while I worked late, Alex's attention filling the void. He made me feel alive again," she cried. "But the baby, it's his. Please, Mike, we can raise it together. Call it yours. For Emily's sake." Her plea hit like a gut punch. Heartbreak deepened into a chasm. Betrayal not just of me, but of our family. "You want me to lie? Pretend this child is mine, while you destroy Emily?" I roared, pacing. Denial gave way to raw fury, but beneath it, a flicker of understanding. Our marriage had grown stale, unspoken resentments festering. Still, her motivations, seeking spark in the wrong arms, felt like excuses. "I love you," she whimpered. "We can fix this." But trust was ashes now. I called Emily that night, voice breaking as I revealed the truth. Her screams echoed through the phone, a mirror to my pain. Alex fled, engagement shattered. Sarah packed a bag, tears streaming. "I'm so sorry," she said at the door. "I never meant to hurt you." I watched her go, anger cooling to numb sorrow. Alone in the empty house, I sat amid the ruins of our life, reflecting on how love could twist into something unrecognizable. Months later, divorce papers signed, I heard Sarah had the baby, a boy. She named him after me, a final plea I ignored. Closure came slowly, in therapy sessions and rebuilt bonds with Emily. The betrayal scarred us, but it taught the fragility of trust, the cost of unspoken needs. Life moved on, but the echo of that text lingered, a reminder that even the strongest foundations can crumble under hidden cracks.